Mother Nature is capable of many things, but what she does best is surprise. So today, get ready to be amazed by her full force and beauty. Quickly check the weather forecast because we're getting started. This is, without a doubt, the cutest tornado I've ever seen, but still don't get too close.
Oh, Diagan. Oh, hermoso, hermoso.
That bridge thought it could play limbo with the flood, but it lost. As we've learned, when landslides strike, it's best to get as far away from the mountains as possible. Fortunately, these locals had enough time to make it to safety. Wait a minute, is this a highway or a waterway? Mother Nature's mixing up the GPS again. What you're seeing right now is truly the scariest thing a person living near a volcano can witness. The hotel staff wasn't expecting to spend their workday competing with the forces of nature. Good thing nothing too serious happened this time. You'd better go buy a lottery ticket if you're lucky enough to witness the mesmerizing eruption of a volcano on your hike. If this guy had watched our videos, he'd know that standing on a balcony during a storm is a terrible idea. There are tsunamis that destroy cities, and then there are ones like this that just ruin a sunbather's day at the beach. Despite this river being entirely made of ice, it still flows like any other. Check out the power of a mud flow that turns into a geyser when it meets a bridge. You might have thought this was a kite, but nope. That's just someone's house flying away from a nearby campsite. It looks like the cameraman literally found the drain plug for this river. And yes, remind me to never go boating at night again. Looks like a typical morning in one of those disaster movies, don't you think? Someone decided to have a backyard party, but Mother Nature had other plans. Well, at least now the owner of this car won't need to take it to the car wash. It's hard to believe, but this farm town didn't look like the Amazon River just a day ago. Check out the terrifying power of lightning and the destruction it can wreak on a town's electrical grid. Don't be too upset about the bad weather. Maybe today Mother Nature will reward you with a double rainbow. The guests at this restaurant had been waiting forever for the summer terrace to open, but little did they know that Mother Nature herself would be the one to initiate the grand opening. Firefighters found themselves battling an element they couldn't defeat with water. Fortunately, the rescue team arrived to assist them. I'm sure these folks will agree that the most memorable tornadoes aren't always the biggest. They're the ones that come out of nowhere. Good thing this little one didn't harm anyone. Did you have a reservation for today? Well, go right ahead. Your table is floating just over there. This is what it's like to be at the epicenter of a 7.5 magnitude earthquake on top of a mountain. Thank goodness we're watching this through a screen. This is the moment when Cinderella's castle at Disneyland starts to look more like Hogwarts during the darker parts of Harry Potter.
Why did that?
You guys see that?
Holy crap.
Let's hope the cars in this parking lot are learning how to swim in their surprise underground pool party. Looks like it would be easier to rename those fields as sea than to try replanting them after a flood like that. Now you know why trips to beach resorts are way cheaper during certain months. Drivers have to be ready for anything on mountain roads, but honestly, only luck can save you in a situation like this. Isn't it kind of shocking how easily the wind can rip a fully grown palm tree right out of the ground? Imagine seeing a storm front so massive that it literally turns day into night. Never seen a hesitant tornado? Check out this one that just can't decide whether to wreak havoc or not.
Wow. What a treat.
It's a collective celebration for these skiers because no one was on the slope when this colossal avalanche came crashing down. If you don't think a wind speed of 15 meters per second is much, check out what happens when a sandstorm hits a town with that force. This cameraman is so calm watching an approaching avalanche that you might underestimate how serious the situation is. He's fine, but if you ever see something like this, run as fast as you can.
Заправку-то всю засыпало. Блять, Олег, тема вообще охуенная, блядь.
Да, вот это да.
Они взорвали, тонну снега
Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой.
ебануло прямо в это самое.
This river in China became so inundated with water that it started washing away buildings. Luckily, no one was hurt. What do you think the chances are of staying dry near a raging sea like this? Slim to none, right? Let's hope this cameraman remembered to tether himself to something heavy, because that wind looks strong enough to carry him away without a problem. But it's not just the water that can surprise you. For example, this beach wind decided to start juggling tourists' umbrellas. Here's a bird's eye view of the waters turning the streets into raging rivers. How fortunate that people were evacuated. Meteors burn up in the atmosphere every day, but only a lucky few ever get to witness such a spectacular show. Luckily, our subscribers never miss a thing. This dam folded like a piece of paper in the aftermath of the flood, and looking at the amount of water, you can't blame it. Now watch as a powerful downpour turns the streets of this village into an unstoppable mountain river in just a few hours. Show this to anyone who says lightning never strikes the same place twice. When it comes to a flood like this, you have two options. Move to the second floor or invest in better windows. I don't know exactly how much this truck weighs, but I can tell you that normal wind shouldn't be able to move something like that. It's hard to imagine something weirder than water slides appearing where a subway entrance had just been a few hours ago. Now picture something more terrifying than a landslide that could literally wipe out your entire town in a minute. Fortunately, these people still have a roof over their heads. Imagine how powerful the wind has to be to create a snake-like tornado like this. During a hurricane, it's important to stay calm, and even more important to stay under a sturdy roof. It's terrifying to see just how little time it takes to get caught in an avalanche in the mountains. Good thing this pro calculated everything down to the last centimeter and came out unscathed. I bet you didn't know that tornadoes can be relaxing and satisfying. Wait, can we even call this a tornado? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Meet the ancestor of the jacuzzi, a geyser lake, or is it more of a swamp? This guy picked the perfect time to go surfing, right on the city's flood river. Someone asked, "A hurricane is just wind, right? What's there to be afraid of?" Meanwhile, the wind rips the roof right off. Seeing a volcanic eruption is already rare, but witnessing one from this distance? That's a 1 in a million chance. Mother Nature doesn't care what plans you have today. If she has other ideas, you'll be staying home, praying your roof stays where it is. It's hard to imagine worse luck than camping in tents and seeing this kind of weather rolling in. If you notice golf ball-sized hail falling from the sky, follow this guy's lead and find cover to protect yourself from that powerful storm. Well, I hope there was at least a pineapple pizza in that food delivery. If you spot a hot spring in Iceland, don't be too eager to swim in it. It could actually be a geyser, and your swim could quickly turn into a flight.